Hey, look at this. It's my big fat Wii. I love the Nintendo Wii. This is the only console I've ever lost a tooth to, so me and it have a special connection. I may have almost been lobotomized by an Xbox 360 falling on my head, true story, but the Nintendo Wii is the console that holds the dearest place in my heart. And to honor this box of janky controls and horrible shovelware, I want to take a look at possibly the smartest series Nintendo has ever started. The Wii series. This series was supposed to represent everything the Wii was. Simple, different, and accessible. Unfortunately, not all succeeded. And to start off this series, let's take a look at the time Nintendo went full try-hard when they had absolutely zero reason to. Aw, fuck yeah. Wii Sports. This game is god tier. Releasing as a launch title for the Wii Sports is the game that made people want a Wii. But how does this game work? It's a sports minigame compilation where you get arrested for assault if you aren't careful. It's all about them newfangled motion controls, letting you experience the true immersion of playing a sports minigame compilation on the Wii. We have all the sports: tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and pain. Let's go through all these. First game on the list, tennis. It's tennis. You and your clone go up against either your friend and their clone, or an AI. Actually, you can turn off the humans.
Like me, I turn off the humans.
And watch the AI have fun. Since the Wii Remote can't detect precise hand motions, it's more about timing. Overall, it's a fun game, and while the controls don't work how most expect, they do work well. We fucking blow. Baseball. I played most of these games with someone else, and both he and I couldn't hit the ball to save our lives. But this game's pretty damn fun, like, in the stupid way. It's baseball. Enjoy. This is what most people think of when Wii Sports comes to mind. It's fucking bowling. But you can assault the onlookers. See? I did the funny thing! Laugh, motherfuckers! Bowling is what made people love Wii Sports. It's probably the best single-player sport in the entire collection. It falls a bit flat in multiplayer in my opinion, but it can still be a blast. This is an easy A+. Not a fan of this one, to be honest. It's golf, but with controls that don't let you putt to save your life. As a straight, white, mildly overweight person, you may think I'd love this game, but it just doesn't do much for me. It's calming, but it's very rare that I will decide to willingly play this game alone. With friends, it's definitely a good time, but this is my least favorite, personally. What in the sweet mother of hell? These controls just don't work good. Also, I threw out both of my arms for like a month trying to get to Matt. I never did, but I was in pain. Another fun story, I wasn't allowed to play this game as a kid because my mom didn't want me to become violent. Yeah, that worked. Oh yeah, this game. I adore Wii Play. I really do. But this is one of the best-selling games of all time, and when was the last time you thought about it? Yeah, exactly. This game was similar to Wii Sports, however instead of relying on motion controls, this game used the Wii Remote's pointer. That's not a bad thing, it's just not the same as Wii Sports. Anyways, this game also has a bunch of minigames. Some of them being more like an acid trip than a game, but it's cool. And I'm gonna talk about all of them. You ever played Duck Hunt? Yeah. This game consists of using the pointer to be an American. Shoot at cans, ducks, clay pigeons, E.T. Great game. Find Me consists of you trying to find your mom after losing her at a Walmart. It's a game of Where's Waldo, but with Mies. Don't really have much more to say. What the fuck happened here? Why does this use the pointer? This is awful.
Those mushrooms weren't edible, were they?
It's fucking Pong with a mini donut. This is a fun time. Play pool. It's actually really relaxing and fun to play with someone when hanging out late at night. This game's art style is really neat, and it's just a relaxing game. Catch fish, avoid the bad ones, it's the most racist relaxment you will ever get from fish. You ride a cow. This is fun. Dodge obstacles, hit stuff that gives you points, and try to get to the end. It combines roadkill with farming and is really fun. Also, I used to call the player 2 cow the chocolate milk cow. Me was dumb child. This is the most game part of Wii Play. Tanks is genuinely super fun, challenging, and addictive. 100 levels, NAM flashbacks, what's not to love? Overall, Wii Play has charm and is honestly still a fun time. Did it deserve to be one of the best-selling games of all time? No, but to this day, I still think it's worth playing. Before I start talking about this game, I need to acknowledge something. I own 5 Wii Fit balance boards, my dick is huge! Wii Fit is a game about what gamers fear. Exercise. Can I just say, this game is genuinely fantastic. Why is Nintendo at their absolute best when they have absolutely zero reason to be? For the rest of these, I would talk about all the minigames in the game. For this game, fucking nope! I ain't doing this much yoga for your entertainment. I'm a gamer. I limit my exercise. There are too many minigames to talk about, unfortunately. So instead, I'm just going to talk about all the categories of minigames, and I'll play a bunch of random minigames in each section. And you aren't going to bitch about Ben not playing your favorite Wii Fit minigame. Got it? First thing I always did when playing this game was to do my daily body test. This is pretty simple. It weighs you, makes you do some basic balancing exercises, then calculates your BMI, and much more importantly, your Wii Fit age. And I am an adult, so suck it! Unless you're a minor. After this, it's time to move on to the actual fun part of this game. This is where all the minigames lie. Now, I already said, I ain't playing all of these, so let's just take a look at the 4 categories of minigames.
Block.
Am I the only one who finds yoga incredibly stressful? I couldn't play this one for long, so I only did one, and not really that fun. It's yoga. If you're into yoga, you will probably enjoy yoga.
Block.
This is the same thing. I can't tell much of a difference. From the little I played, strength training seems to have a bit more game to it than yoga, but they are very similar. Next.
Block.
Finally, we can talk about something fun. For the aerobic section, I played 3 minigames. First up, hula hoops. This is a very simple game. Spin your hips and try to catch the other hula hoops. It's plain, simple, but a fun time. Next up, running. This one doesn't even use the Wii Fit balance board. You just stick the Wiimote in your pocket and pretend that you're following your New Year's resolution. This one can be fun and relaxing to work out, but it really depends on my mood. Anyways, this one's good too. And finally, basic step. This is kind of like a rhythm game, all about stepping on and off the balance board at the right time. It's not bad.
Block.
Hell yeah! This is where this game gets fun. First up, my personal favorite, ski jump. This game makes you lean forward to gain speed, and at the end of it, do a big jump to try to get as far as you can. I used to be way better at it, but this is still my favorite minigame in the whole game. Next up, tightrope. I used to be significantly worse at this game. I never even made it to the end if I remember correctly. But hey, look at this, I did it. My Mii has character development. Maybe that's why this section is called strength training. It's an anime arc. Anyways, tightrope is all about staying balanced and jumping over edgy Pac-Man ghosts. It's stressful, but a fun time. And the last minigame I played for this game was soccer heading. Hit the soccer balls with your head, avoid the shoes and pandas thrown by war criminals, and go for the high score. This is great.
Block.
And that is all I played for Wii Fit. I know this game has more to offer, but look at me. Do I look like I want to exercise? Fuck. Okay, I need a break. So before we take a look at full price DLC, let's look at... Oh no. Wii Music! Yeah, Wii Music. Where do I even start with this? Look, I will die on the hill that this game isn't as bad as people say it is. It's not that bad and can still be a lot of fun, but holy shit, this game is useless. Now, let's take a look at this fucking thing. Before we talk about the actual meat and potatoes of Wii Music, I just want to mention that I genuinely love this game's style. The music is great, and it genuinely gives off classical music feelings with its graphics, if that makes sense. While the game itself may be a bit bad, the style of the game is great. Now, let's talk about the actual game. This game is broken up into 4 sections: games, lessons, jams, and videos. Let's talk about this. I take enough music classes, thank you very much. I didn't want to play these, so I didn't. Fuck you. I skipped the lessons, so now let's take a look at the main gameplay of Wii Music. And, does this qualify as a game? There is no challenge here, because there is no way to lose. Basically, you just play notes to the rhythms. Also, why does this game default to not showing you the notes? Like, I get that Wii Music is all about playing music your way, but as someone who owns a trombone, music doesn't work this way. I don't even have problems with the inaccurate instruments. I take issue with the fact that this game doesn't punish you at all for not even moving the fucking Wiimote. Anyways, once you are done waggling the Wiimote to the theme of Zelda, you can choose to save a video, and you can grade your own performance. What is the point of this? Anyways, you then get to make an album cover. This is actually really cute. You can arrange the Miis or hang them from the ceiling like a demented serial killer. You get to watch the album you made here. Fun game mode. Wii Music comes with 3 minigames. So much content here. That was sarcasm. This was actually the first thing shown off for Wii Music. You control a band director and conduct an orchestra. It's a fun time, but doesn't really seem to serve a purpose in my opinion. It's fine and definitely enjoyable, but nothing that big. This is probably what people expected from a game called Wii Music. It's a rhythm game. The Wii Remote controls one bell, the nunchuck controls the other, swing when it goes over the line, it's fine. This is a music quiz. As a music kid, you'd think I'd hate this. But honestly, I found it fun. You have to pick pitches, find incorrect notes, and fix rhythms. This is incredibly subjective, but I do like this. Overall, the actual game of this Wii game is fucking atrocious. But the mini-games do kind of make it a fun time. But do I recommend playing it today? Hey, you know Wii Fit? That game I own 5 balance boards for? Yeah, what if I were to tell you that they did it, but again? Wii Fit Plus. It's Wii Fit, but with some extra content. So yeah. So glad I own a special balance board for this game. Instead of playing a bunch of game modes, I'm just going to focus on the ones exclusive to this version. And I'm still not playing all of them. Leave me alone. You are not worth exercising for. Got it? For our big new chunk of content, we have Training Plus, a group of minigames exclusive to Wii Fit Plus. I played 6 of them. No, I did not play the golf one. Fuck you.
Block!
This is a math quiz. You have to thrust your hips to do math. It's not bad, but I will say I had some issues with the board detecting when I was thrusting forwards. Wii Fit Plus doesn't like my forwards thrusting action. Just like my girlfriend. Overall, cute use of the balance board, but nothing that impressive.
Block!
This is a pretty neat use of the board. You hold the Wii Remote sideways and then step on the board like you're pedaling a bike. It's a neat idea, and I'll always love these games when you explore Woohoo Island.
Block!
Use the board to duck out from behind shields and use the Wii Remote to throw snowballs. I think it's kind of weird how your health refills, like, it's not that challenging, but overall, a fine minigame.
Block!
You run on the board and jump over obstacles and try to reach the end. I'm not good at this.
Block!
This is a really cool idea. You tilt the board sideways and treat it like a skateboard. I kind of wish this game didn't make you push off the ground to get speed and instead was all about steering, just because having to push your foot off the ground really fucks with the board's balance in my experience. Overall, really cool idea, just could have been better executed.
Block!
I can't do this. You're supposed to turn your body into an Atari controller to control a bubble through an obstacle course. But I don't know if it's because I'm really tall, or pretty heavy, or God hates me, but I just can't get this to work well.
Block!
Overall, none of the new content in this game is that major, but with how cheap you can find Wii Fit Plus, you might as well just play this version. The new content's pretty fun, and I think it's worth the $5 or so that you can find this game for these days. Oh, fuck yeah! It's now time for the best thing Nintendo has ever made, Wii Sports Resort. This game is S tier and anyone who disagrees is fucking wrong! This was the game that came packed in with Wii Motion Plus, which, other than giving Nintendo the excuse to make my favorite game of all time, also gave the Wiimote significantly more precise motion controls. With these new controls, Nintendo gave us a ton of new minigames, and updated versions of some old favorites. So, let's talk about all of these things. This game led the way to Skyward Sword. I'm not even kidding. S tier game. In all seriousness, this game is the one I played the most, and while not my personal favorite anymore, it's still a great time. You with a sword have to commit homicide, objecticide, or genocide, whatever you prefer. You tilt back and forth, shake to jump off waves, and try to land flat to rack up the points. This is a fast, fun game, and very satisfying. Time for Frisbee, and well, you know my opinion on golf, so I'm gonna play the Frisbee game mode with a cute dog. For this, you just throw a Frisbee at a target and the dog catches it. There are also balloons that if you hit them will give you some extra points. This is simple, but fun. Next up, archery. You point your bow and try to hit the target. Or you can try to hit all the secret targets if you fucking hate yourself. To be honest, not a big fan of this one. It's just not that engaging to me. Not bad, just not my personal favorite. Next up, basketball. I don't like the 3-point contest, so I'm just gonna play the fun part, the pickup game. I spent too much time playing this game back in the day, but God, I'm rusty. It's still a fun time though. You got a team of 3 and you have to shoot to get points. You can shoot normally, dribble backwards for a harder shot, which gives you more points, or you can try to get through your opponent's team for a dunk. It's really fun. I am your god and you are my bitch. I am the undisputed king at Wii Sports Resort Table Tennis, specifically Return Challenge. You just hit balls back at the server and try to hit over their drink for extra points. The standard match is also fun. It's just table tennis, but way better than this garbage. It's golf. Still not my thing. Next! The classic returns in a new and improved way. Wii Sports Resort Bowling is so fun, whether it's a standard game or the 100 pins. It's a great time. Guys, no. This just doesn't control well. Look at me. Do I look like I'm having fun? Every time people mention this game, it's always people shitting on it. But to be honest, it's not that bad. It's not great, but it's pretty fun. Also, I got a new record, yet still lost 5 points. The fuck? I did better, and you punish moi? The fuck you doing, canoeing? I got irrationally angry at that. Biking time, bitches! Playing this game is how most people think all Wii games are, but it's still a fun time. You just race against a ton of people and attempt to shove them off a cliff, and try to get first place. This is it. While my nostalgia points me to swordplay, and my skill points me to table tennis, the air sports mode is what set this game apart. 3 modes. Skydiving, my least favorite. You jump from a plane and try to take pictures with Miis. Dogfight, you and another plane fly around getting balloons and trying to shoot your opponent's balloons. And then the island flyover. You just get to explore Woohoo Island, getting tourist attractions. Fuck, I didn't even mention Woohoo Island. This is such a good map. It's so full of life and charm and secrets. It feels like an actual lived-in world. It's so good. And honestly, that summarizes my opinion of this game. It's so good. Nintendo took a simple tech demo and made it into a super fun minigame compilation for both multiplayer and also single player. That needs to be respected. Wii Party. I never owned this game growing up, and after playing it, I think my childhood was just fine without it. This game is a party game, very similar to Mario Party. Actually, the devs who made this game would go on to make Mario Party games, specifically the ones that everyone hates. This bodes well. I'm not going through every game mode for this, I just kind of played the main mode and a few side modes. For the main mode, we have Board Game Island. And, you ever play Mario Party? Yeah, that's what this is. Roll dice, try to make your way from the start to the end. There is one major difference though. In Mario Party, you win by collecting stars. In Wii Party, it's just about getting to the end first. I actually kind of prefer the way Wii Party handles things. Anyways, it's a pretty standard thing. Every player rolls, moves, then play a minigame. The space you land on has a chance to help you or hurt you. A problem with this board, however, is that there are no branching paths. So, the only part of this game that involves any skill is winning minigames that give you better dice. But other than that, it's fully chance. Hope you prayed to Mr. R and Jesus. This game mode isn't bad, but it's just kind of there. It's not that fun. This probably has to do with the fact that I don't like Mario Party that much, to be honest. The next thing I played was Bingo. It's pretty simple. It's bingo, but every once in a while you play a minigame. If you win, you get to pick a Mii to mark off your bingo card. Pretty simple, and it's over in like 5 minutes. Last thing I recorded, Friend Connection. This is basically a Mii love tester. My favorite Wii game, Wii Tinder. My roommate and I played this together, and guess we're staying roommates. It's a very simple thing. Basically, a bunch of questions are asked and you have to sneakily answer them with the D-pad. And if your answers are the same as your partner's, you are more compatible. Yay! Overall, this game is just kinda It's not bad, but it kinda feels like they just rebranded a Mario Party game already in development for the Wii. Overall, not bad, but I just don't feel like I was missing much not owning this game as a kid. I present the most worthless Wii game. Wii Play sold over 25 million copies and was forgotten. This sequel does only one of those things, and I'll let you guess which one. This game is kinda like the Wii Sports Resort of Wii Play. It uses the Wii Motion Plus for more in-depth motion controls. The only difference, Wii Sports Resort is good. This game isn't. This is a pretty standard thing. Ice cream is stacked onto your cone and you have to tilt to make sure it doesn't fall over and explode sticky liquid all over the Miis. Not bad. It's whack-a-mole. That's it. This is a fun time. You just pick a rock and chuck it at a lake and try to get it as far as possible. Simple, relaxing, fun. This is probably my favorite game, to be honest. Oh god, here we go again. To be fair, this is very different from the original Pose Me. For example, the mushrooms are edible this time. This game is actually fun. You just tilt your Mii and try to get them through the hole. This is way better than this acid trip. Another sequel. This is the new Duck Hunt. This time with a full 360-degree shooting range. Oddly enough, the pointer in this game doesn't actually use the Wii pointer. It uses the normal motion controls. And for this reason, it feels off. It's not terrible, but I vastly prefer shooting range from the original. Pretty standard thing, you tilt the Wii remote and try to hit gems to get points. It's fine. This is another favorite of mine. You have a ball and try to hit it into the targets to move on to the next level. I like this. This is a cool idea, but not one of my favorites. Basically, there are ghosts behind you and you have to use the Wii remote to pull the ghosts onto the TV screen to capture them. This game made me really glad that I record games in a spinny chair. It's just kind of boring. Really cool idea, but not great, not bad. You use an umbrella to play a shitty game. I don't like this one. I just feel like the controls aren't precise enough to feel skillful, but not fast enough to feel fun. This is a mobile game that I get an ad for in Microsoft Solitaire Collection. Not impressed. Ew! This just doesn't work. Fuck this and everything it stands for. Die! This is the most complicated game that Wii Play Motion has to offer. You control thrusters on a rocket ship and try to dock the ship with the space station. I feel like this is a game that could be really fun if you put a lot of time into learning the controls, but as a dumb, not a NASA guy, it's not bad, and doing something skillful is very satisfying. It's fine. Overall, this game is significantly more in-depth, but give me the original Wii Play any day of the week. This game is just too in-depth for its own good. It's not simple enough to be just pick up and play, but it's not in-depth enough to make me want to play it for hours on end. It's just kinda there. This is not a great game in my opinion. Also, sorry I kinda skipped over most of these games pretty quickly, but I have nothing to say. What do you want from me? Hope you like Europe. This is the only Wii game to not release in North America. Wii Chess is one of the strangest games Nintendo's ever made. Because it's not that they just published some random developer's chess game. They made this bitch, and dedicated way too many resources to it. Now, let's see if it was worth it. First, we need to make an account, and what? Why can't I use my Mii for this? That's how this series works. You use your Mii as your profile. What's going on here? You can't even use the pointer for the keyboard? What the fuck? Now, once we get past the most confused I've ever been, we get to our 5 main modes. Let's talk about all these. Not my finest showing. Overall, there's nothing really wrong with this other than my brain. It's chess. It's a good chess engine, I'll give them that. The AI didn't really misplay or anything. If you like chess, which I do, this is fun. Not because the game is fun, but because chess in general is fun. Also, the level 10 AI spent like an hour trying to figure out how to beat my roommate and my friends. We played Wii Chess together like a fucked up family gathering, and we proceeded to break the AI. It's been almost 10 years. And it still hurts. This just shows past games so you can learn, I think? I don't know. The noise is kind of satisfying and that's all I really have to say on this. This just shows you your stats. God, there is nothing to talk about with this damn game. Fuck it, I need more material. Let's talk about settings. You can toggle on and off music, sound effects, movement paths, rumble, and set it to reverse the board automatically and change the themes. You can also look at the credits and what the fuck? Why are there 3 directors and an assistant director? This game has 2 minutes of content. Why are there this many people in the damn credits? These people got paid. Someone at Nintendo, because this was done in-house, looked at the work that these people had done and said, yep, you deserve to go home and afford food. Like, who signed these people's paychecks? What did they even get paid for? They didn't make the AI. They didn't program motion controls. I don't even think there are any 3D models in this title. What happened with this game? Overall, that's my opinion of Wii Chess as a whole. What happened? This is the most nothing game in the Wii series. No motion controls, no Miis. Those were like the entire franchise. Why is game? But there's nothing really wrong with it. It uses a good chess engine and it's definitely fun because it's chess. But it goes against the entire point of the franchise. This game nailed the chess part, but completely failed at the Wii part. Overall, this franchise was awesome. Wait, was? It's still going on. But I'd be lying if I said the modern games capture the charm of the originals. The Wii series peaked on Wii, and while some games are better than others, all of these games have a certain charm that the Wii U and Switch games can't match. Anyways, playing all these games definitely triggered a lot of nostalgia for me. It also reinflated my ego after I destroyed at Wii Sports Resort Table Tennis. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Lock!